Hey guys, what's going on? Today is October 27th, 2019. In this video, we're going to touch on the death of former MLB umpire Chuck Meriwether, who passed away from a battle with cancer yesterday, October 26th. On this date, October 26th, during Game 4 of the World Series, Alex Bregman was the big hero for Houston after he hit a grand slam that put the Astros up 8-1, thus putting the game out of reach for Washington. And in this video, we're going to talk about the numerology of not just the death of Chuck Meriwether, but how the numbers of Alex Bregman also seem to tie into this incident. Now, earlier this week, I did another video on the death of another MLB umpire. Eric Cooper, who had just officiated in the ALDS, passed away about 2 weeks after his final game. And as fate would have it, Eric Cooper and Chuck Meriwether actually were on the same umpiring crew for 2 different seasons. Now, what I failed to do in that video is link the numerology of Eric Cooper to that of Jose Altuve, who hit a walk-off home run that sent the Astros to the World Series just hours before Eric Cooper died. In my post on Altuve, I mentioned how his full name sums to 193 in the alphabetic order. Jose Carlos Altuve, of course, with the foreign character omitted. The date he hit the home run was the 20th of October, like his name in Jewish Gematria, 20/10. In ordinal, his name sums to 193, the 44th prime number. His home run broke a 4-4 tie. That same day, Eric Cooper passed away, and Eric Cooper was exactly 19,300 days old, which lines up with the ordinal value of Jose Altuve. So now, less than a week later, a very similar incident. An MLB umpire dies, and the Astros player who hits the big home run on the same date is numerically connected. So let's get into this and explain. Before I talk about the numerology of Meriwether, I want to point out that Meriwether was 63 years old. His battery mate, Eric Cooper, was 52 years old, and if you add these two ages, you get 115. Currently, the 115th World Series is underway. 115th. The word killing has gematria of 115, using both the reverse alphabetic order, where Z is assigned 1 and A is 26, and in Jewish gematria, based in the Latin alphabetic order. Measuring from Meriwether's birthday to the date he passed away was 118 days. His full name is Julius Edward Mayweather, and in single reduction, his name sums to 118. This is the gematria of death in Jewish, also the word homicide. The word cancer equals 118, and it's cancer that is said to have claimed the life of Chuck Meriwether. Now, I also find it interesting that Julius Edward Meriwether sums to 271 and 109. And while he died yesterday, most people are learning about his death today, the 27th of October in the year 19. But perhaps what's even more interesting is that if you measure from his birthday, June 30th, 1956, to the date that he passed away, he was exactly 3,304 weeks old. The name Chuck, his nickname, equals 334 in English Extended. This cipher, similar to reduction but amplifying the numbers, this actually mirrors the ancient Hebrew Gematria and Greek isopsephy charts. This brings us to Alex Bregman, who was born on March 30th of 1994. And notice how he was 1,334 weeks old on the date that he hit his home run, the same day Meriwether died. Now on this channel, I talk about total solar eclipses. It appears as if people are dying on dates that if you measure from that date to the total solar eclipses that surround it, there are significant alignments. To begin with, this 334 number that we've been looking at is interesting because in Jewish Gematria, the phrase solar eclipse equals 433, the inverse of 334. Now, there was only one total solar eclipse in the year 2019. Rare events, these happen approximately 7 times per decade. Umpire Chuck Meriwether died exactly a span of 117 days after this year's total solar eclipse. And in Gematria, Umpire Chuck Meriwether sums to 117 in both standard and reverse reduction Gematria. Chuck Meriwether's birthday was just 3 days before the eclipse, or actually 2 days before the eclipse, which means he died a span of exactly 17 weeks after his birthday, this number representing 170. Well, if you measure to the next total solar eclipse, we find he died exactly 1 year, 7 weeks before that eclipse. Using the standard alphabetic order, where A is 1, B is 2, and Z is 26, the name Chuck Meriwether sums to 170. In the reverse order, this is the value of the word sacrifice, 170. So let's go back to the numerology of Alex Bregman, the man who hit the Grand Slam. And what I find interesting about that Grand Slam is that it made the score 8-1 in favor of the Astros. Notice how the word umpire equals 82 and 80, with 81 being the average. And it's my belief that that Grand Slam was some sort of numeric tribute to the death of this umpire, as crazy as that sounds. Meriwether was born on the date June 30th, a lot like the number 63, so this makes it interesting that he died at the age of 63. But what I want to point out is that his last birthday had numerology of 75, 6 plus 30 plus 20 plus 19. Well, using this same method of calculation, the date he died also had numerology of 75. If you measure from Chuck Meriwether's birthday to the birthday of Alex Bregman, notice they were both born on the 30th day of the month. And as soon as I noticed that they were both born on the 30th, I knew immediately that there was going to be a significant connection between these two birthdays. And here you get 37 years and 9 months. Well, the number 379 is the 75th prime number, lining up perfectly with the date numerology of the date that this all went down. Also the date of Chuck Meriwether's last birthday. There's more alignments here. I want you to look at the reverse alphabetic order. The name Chuck equals 89. Alex Bregman was born on the 89th day of the year. The name Meriwether equals 146. Bregman's primary birth numerology, 3 plus 30 plus 19 plus 94, is 146. Furthermore, Meriwether was born in the year 56. Bregman had a life lesson number of 56. Not to mention that his birthday, March 30th, has the 33 in it. And hopefully we understand by now that 33, which has a Jewish Gematria value of 895, is a significant number in ritual human sacrifice, which equals 895. Notice how this phrase equals 94 in reduction. The name Alexander David Bregman equals 94 in reduction. What about the 211 in ordinal for ritual human sacrifice? Well, if you measure from Alex Bregman's last birthday to the date that he hit his grand slam, you find it was a span of 211 days after his birthday. So again, it seems like the furthest conspiracy theory that you could have, that people might be getting cancer by the numbers. But again, is this murder that we're witnessing from one person to another? Is this decoding into the spiritual realm? Again, I am not the conclusive voice to that answer, but I think it's highly important to understand that this is going on. I'm going to go ahead and link my video about the death of Eric Cooper in the description, so feel free to check that out. Again, it's strange if it happens once, but when it happens twice within a week, really makes you wonder what the hell is happening. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for checking it out, and as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace, love, God bless. Adios.